Well, I think that a pretty popular perception about wheelchairs is that it would be fun, you know? Like, I think people are like, oh man, you get to sit all day, that'll be great. But it's really just a pain. The assignment was to take a wheelchair out for 2.5 hours as sort of, I guess, be disabled for a day. And we had to do various day-to-day tasks like opening doors and going to the restroom and going to lunch. Just like stuff that seems like everyday tasks but would be really difficult in a wheelchair. The goal of the assignment was to kind of give us a view of what it would be like to be disabled. And my goal was, I guess, to get through the day. I mean, I didn't think it would be that hard. I think not being able to get places without going up or down ramps, that was frustrating to me because it was just like, I just wanted to stand up and pick the chair up and carry it up the steps instead of going up the ramp. The ramps feel a lot steeper than they look, and I was going up them and I was thinking to myself, these, like, they need to be longer and at a, I guess, less steep incline because it was pretty rough on some of them. I was surprised by the amount of bumps and things that I felt in the road and especially getting through the library. There's like these really huge door jams and it was really hard to get over those. I think going to the bathroom would probably be the worst for me because transferring from the chair to a seat wasn't too bad. So I was like, oh, I can do the bathroom. It's just like transferring to a chair. But then you have to like get your pants off and that doesn't really work out well. I was like sitting there before I went in, I was like, should I take my pants off before I get on the toilet or after? And I was like, I don't know what to do. So it was kind of a puzzle, I guess. It felt weird. I feel like the sinks should be lower because I was sitting there and I felt like I was a little kid because my arms were all like up like this and it felt like I was washing my hands at somebody's counter, like way higher than it should be. My hands, they're not bad now. They looked pretty nasty at first because I didn't have them washed.
I mean, I don't know if that's a bruise or if that's from the wheel. It's probably just black from the wheel. But, I mean, it's not comfortable, you know.
But once I washed them when I went to the bathroom, like all the blackness came off. But they're really red where I grip. And my grip is kind of sore also, which is interesting. I didn't expect that.
I mean, I have shoulder problems from swimming, so my shoulders hurt more than my arms do. But not really. It's just my shoulders that hurt.
The elevator. Oh God. We went to the library and I didn't know, I knew there was an elevator in there, but I didn't know where it was or how it worked. So I pressed the button and kind of sat there for a few minutes because I didn't know it was manual. So I was just sitting there waiting for it to come and I was like, oh, I have to do something now. And that door is impossible to open. I would start to pull it open and then my wheelchair would move and there's 2 latches that I have to pull open. And it was hard to get open, and once I was in, it was all right. And I had to take it a few times to go up and go down, and then I started to get the hang of it, and I thought I had a system that I could figure it out. But the other elevators, like, they're pretty easy to use, but I think just the time factor, like the elevator in Van Meter is really slow. So it made me feel kind of antsy, like I wasn't gonna get there in time. Well, I feel like in a chair, I couldn't see everything, and I kind of was like, I was considering getting a muffin, but I couldn't see them, and I didn't want to ask her what kind they were, because I didn't want to like sit there forever. And it was very different, the whole like level thing, because she had to put my drink down on the lower level so that I could reach it, and I could barely reach her to get my card back. So it was surprising. I didn't think it would be like that much different. I feel like there could be ramps everywhere. Like, accessibility doesn't have to be that difficult. Like, and they could put a ramp into a building instead of stairs. There doesn't have to be stairs. No one needs stairs, you know? So I feel like instead of the big row of stairs going up into the library or into the Van Meter, there could be just a ramp, you know, instead of a ramp that goes like this, because it's hard to maneuver. And they're very narrow, that too. I was surprised by how narrow they were. But I think it could be a lot more convenient. It's just like the percentage of people on campus that are handicapped is a minority, so I feel like that's why it's not. So I think that's a pretty popular idea, is that it would be fun, and it's just not.